Hello. Um, I want to take a moment right now to simply speak on being, just being, simply sitting and just allowing the universe to just take over. Just it's like surrendering yourself, giving in, but to something so great, something so powerful, something so loving, so nurturing. It's think about the term Mother Nature. Just sit with that for a moment. This is what I want to speak about. This is what I want to talk about. A lot of us are so used to the rush. We're just so used to rushing. A rush to accomplish something. Anything. No matter what that something is, we just have to accomplish it. We just have to reach this destination. But what if, what if, just for a moment, just think about it. What if there is no destination? What if it's all just a bunch of lessons? One lesson after another. You learn a lesson, you complete it, and then you start all over. Not a cycle. Not a cycle. Not something that you're caught up in like a wheel, like you're on a rat race, like you run around on a little hamster wheel. No, not like that, but just a lesson. You learn this lesson, you grow, you accomplish, you go to another lesson, you learn that. You what if it's that? It's like you challenging yourself. Lessons that you chose to learn at the time that you chose to learn them. You're challenging yourself, you're pushing yourself to become greater, wiser, adventure after adventure. But most of us have become so conditioned to believe that we're supposed to come here, go to school for a great part of our lives, like years. The first, I can't say well, yeah, the creative years. We use our creative years. We go to school during the most creative times of our lives. We do that. And then, wait, for those of us who have kids, we've been to school. We know what it's like. Then we have kids and we send them to the same schools that we couldn't stand going to, right? It felt like a prison. I know a lot of people say this, but it really does. It's like, well, I've never been to prison to know what prison feels like. So I'm just going to say it feels like you're going away. You get up early in the morning, don't even want to get out of bed. Not to go to school anyway, because on the days that you don't go to school, I used to get up early by myself. But we get up early, we go to this place that we're supposedly learning, right? And I can't even say that for most of the schools I've been to. A lot of the schools I've been to, I've learned a lot. The other half, I learned nothing. Okay? So we go to these schools, and all we're doing, honestly, is as parents, let's just be real. We're taking breaks. Now, for the parents who go to work, I used to go to a job, you know. Kids go to school, I go to a job. Some kids go to daycare if they're not ready for school yet. But still, even with that, like, okay, kids are going to school, you go to work, you get off, go get your kids. You're tired. So you're dealing with them in a stressed mood. So now you're tired, your body is working off of stress and exhaustion. You're rushing to cook, to get them fed. I'm getting off the subject. But anyway, let's get back to the point. We go to school for a great deal of our lives. The other half, we work, we work, we work, we work, we work. Yeah, you might take a vacation, what, once a year, twice a year for those who make good money. I want to be on vacation 24/7. I want to feel like I'm on vacation. I want to get up in the morning time and be like, where are we about to go now? I just refuse to believe that I was born to go to school, get out of school. And then for some of us, we started working while we was in school. I remember when I got my first job, it was at Walmart. And all I could sit and think about was, dang, okay, I get a job. That means that I can never stop working. From this point on in my life, it's work, work. And I was conditioned to believe this. Not even based off what someone told me, but because that's what I saw from my parents. And I'm sure they saw that, well, I can't say that they saw that from their parents. That's not always the case. But we do this to ourselves because we want something. But what is it that we really want? It's not none of the material stuff that we're actually working for. And of course, those of us who have kids, we work, you know, so that they can have clothes and shoes and those things. But what about the TVs, the cars, the computers, the laptops, the games, the stuff that really doesn't matter? Be real, we work for that stuff too. We work for that stuff too. Why? Why? I got TVs in all the rooms in my apartment except for one room. The sad part is I wake up every day and be like, I don't even want these TVs in my room. I want to give them away. But then another part of me is like, that part of me that's wanting to fill a void, that part of me that wants to feel like these TVs says, I got something. These TVs say, if you come into my house and you see these TVs, you know that I'm not broke. This computer says, I have something. That car outside says, I paid for something. It says that I'm not a bum. That's funny because none of that stuff means nothing to me. My heart, my heart wants to travel. My heart wants to take my kids to see this world. My heart wants to take me to see this world. My heart wants to go out and help people. My heart wants to raise its vibration for the love of other people, for the love of other human beings, for the love of my kids, to show them that this material stuff is nothing. It's not even, it does nothing for you. Got me crying. The real reward is when I can go out and help somebody who actually needs my help. That's my real reward. That's what makes me happy. When I can go out and see somebody who literally needs help. Not somebody who's pretending to need help, but somebody who actually needs help and I help them. And I know I've helped them. My reward is in listening to people speak to me and need my advice, and I give them good advice. I've given some, well, I feel like I've given some bad advice before. I feel like sometimes I just listen and don't give no advice when I feel like my advice isn't the best anymore. But when I can actually listen to somebody and give them advice or some tips or some help and know that it worked for them, know that it made them feel good, know that it changed a piece of them, that's the real reward in life. But once again, I'm getting off subject. The point was being. So we work for these material things that the world tells us we need, right? The world tells us our kids need. Oh, go get the newest pair of shoes. What's trending? Is it Nikes? J's? Wait, we don't actually need that stuff. But they tell us we need it. Or what about a bike? Or a scooter? What about those four-wheel cars? Those remote control cars? What about the big wheels? What about the latest toys? Ooh, what about the LOL dolls? Ooh, all the girls want one of those. We're gonna make them like 20, 30 something dollars just because they want those. Ooh, we're gonna put it on the cartoon channels that the kids watch so we can really make sure that it reaches the child that it wants to reach, and this child is gonna go antagonize their parents. They're gonna just be like, Mom, Dad, I want this, I want that. Oh my gosh, my birthday is coming up, Christmas is coming up, Easter. I want this stuff. And we get it for them. Half the time we buy this stuff just because we want our kids to be quiet. Like, oh, please stop asking me. Sometimes we buy it to please other people. I've done that. I went out and bought my kids stuff sometimes just because I was so worried about what people thought of me. I bought my kids stuff because when I chose to sit and not buy them stuff, just so they wouldn't feel entitled or whatever else, spoiled. People make, well, I can't say people make you feel anything, but I allowed people outside of myself to make me feel like I had nothing. Like I was broke. Like I didn't have money because I didn't choose to buy my kids the stuff that they was asking me for. And I allowed that to get to me, and I chose to go buy them stuff. Stuff they didn't need to please another person. And that guess what? When I bought that stuff, it didn't stop the talking. It didn't change how they felt about me, because no matter what I chose to do, whether I chose to buy them that stuff or not chose to buy them that stuff, whether I chose to change who I was based on what I thought people wanted me to be, or whether I chose to still be who I am, it did not stop the talking. Because you can't please other people. That's why it's so important to love yourself, to listen to yourself, to be yourself. It's so much, it's such a greater reward in that. But once again, back to the subject. So we work, right? We work to pay for this. We work to pay for that. And don't let those things come with a note. Because then we pay this off and we still have to pay for that. How long do we do that? Our emotions can sometimes get the best of us, and that attachment, that emotional attachment that we have to things, people, places, it tends to have us all over the place. We're stressing. We're just moving about like on auto. We're just, then on top of all that, we have the stresses of our lives. Just stuff that we chose to partake in. A car. Yes, in a way. We do need a car. But it's a stress sometimes. A car is just like a child or anything else you have to take care of. Or yourself. Because everything is so connected. That's another subject though, another video. So the cars, our jobs, not so significant others. Some people are in those relationships that aren't so fulfilling, not so good, call it a situationship. There's a longing, a void, an emptiness that needs to be filled inside of us, outside of us. Some of us can't even sit with ourselves. I know, because that wasn't me. That was me. I could not sit with myself. I could not be by myself because I did not love myself. I couldn't even record this video. I couldn't stand looking at myself. I couldn't look in the mirror. I used to worry about my hair, my body, my teeth, whatever. So to fill this void, we buy stuff. We fill our houses up with stuff. That TV that I was talking about, that computer, that game, those clothes, shoes that you don't even wear. I got so many shoes. I do a lot of the. Like, I have cleaned out my house. Probably, I literally clean out my house probably once or twice a month. Garbage bags full of clothes, toys, shoes that I'm donating to Goodwill, Salvation Army, whatever. Stuff that probably has never even been worn sometimes, still have tags on it. Kids have, I've just bought for my kids, they've never worn clothes. Never worn, grew out of them, donated them. That void that we're trying to fill. That that person that we're trying to please. Those people who we're trying to please that don't even give a damn about us. When we walk past these folks every day and we think they care about what we, even if they did give a fuck, you shouldn't give a fuck what they think. I had to learn that the hard way. It took me so long to just learn to not give a damn about what people think about me. It was so hard for me because I wanted people to love me. Like, look at me. I'm a beautiful person inside and out. Why can't you just love me? I'm fun. I'm funny. If you got to know the real me, if you just stopped to talk to me, you would know how goofy I really am, how much I love to laugh. I do those silly dances with my kids. I'm just like you. But I was so afraid. I was so afraid of what people thought about me. Oh, they're going to talk about my teeth. Oh, they're going to talk about my head is big. Oh, my hair isn't done today. I can't go out like that. Oh, my eyebrows aren't arched. I don't wear makeup. My eyelashes, they aren't long enough. My lips aren't full enough for lipstick. Oh my gosh, I have a bump on my face. Just simply being. Take a moment to meditate every day and see how much love you start to gain for yourself. See how you start to love being alone. That's what you was longing for right there. You was longing for that love, but you have it already in yourself. Take time to be by yourself. We're so busy. We're so busy rushing. We're so busy to our lives are just rushing us by. It's just passing us by. It's just zoom, zoom, zoom. You look up and one day you realize life has become a whisk of memories, a bunch of rushed moments, short conversations, meaningless relationships, and minuscule fears. And I do mean it when I say that. Yes, small, teeny tiny fears that we create ourselves. Fears are illusions. That's all it is. It's an illusion. We create these illusions ourselves. Like, let me give you an example. So, after days, months, years then flew by, we start to develop a fear of time. which is also an illusion. It doesn't exist. And even if you don't believe time doesn't exist, it's not what you think it is. It's okay. You still have it. We put a time limit. Once we develop that fear, we put a time limit, right? First of all, we put that time limit on this destination before them years and stuff flew by. We put a time limit on so-called success. We put a time limit on it. A destination that doesn't even exist. Destination. Where are we trying to go? What are we trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish? What is it? I want a business. Yeah. I want to help people. Yes. I want success in helping people. I want success in life. I want to feel like I've done something, like I've accomplished something, like my life wasn't meaningless. But that destination, though, I don't truly believe there is a destination. I believe it's ongoing. And even after we transition, it's still ongoing. So I say all this to get back to the main point. Once again, slow down. Just be. Take a moment to just be. It's magic. It's art in that. It's so much love in just simply being. Just taking a moment to breathe. Some of us don't even know how to breathe. I didn't know how to breathe. Yes, your body does it automatically, but it's another level when you actually learn how to breathe again, like you did when you were a baby. I learned that, and it wasn't long ago that I learned that. It was just last year. I learned that. So the people that I meet, the people that I run into, the people that have come into my life, and even the people who have came and left from my life, I am so grateful for them because each and every one of them taught me something. I learned something from them. But in order for me to learn, I had to listen. I had to be. I had to. There's something all in itself. The ego. I had to let go of my ego, my pride, my belief that I knew everything, that I had all the answers already, which I do inside of me, but it has to come out of me. I don't know shit. When I started meeting people and learning stuff, when I started listening to myself, first of all, in order to even meet those people, all I can say is I'm grateful. I am grateful for the people who have come into my life. Oh my gosh. And I'm even more grateful for the ones who have stayed, who were supposed to stay, for however long it feels. But take a moment, take a walk, take a walk in nature. Just listen to it, observe it, just be in it. And you know what? Hug yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Embrace yourself. Embrace your scars. Embrace your journey. Embrace your shortcomings. Embrace your accomplishments. your success, big or small. Embrace your experiences. Embrace your courage, your bravery. Oh, because in order for you to get up each and every day, no matter what you're going through, in order for you to just get up out that bed, in order for you to just die, to just even go brush your teeth, do something for yourself. In order for you to do any of that, it takes bravery and courage each and every day, whether you believe it or not. For you to just even do anything, it takes bravery and courage. It takes, because in this world that we're living in, and especially those of you who just don't take care of only yourselves, who is taking care of others too, and even your kids, it takes bravery and courage, okay? It takes strength to take care of someone else. It takes, man, I'm going to keep saying bravery and courage because in order to even raise a child, it was a fear. And my first child, when I first got pregnant, I was so afraid. I was so afraid. I thought of all the things that could go wrong. Not the things that could go right. I thought of all the things that could go wrong. I was so afraid. I was so afraid. And being that I'm an overprotective person anyway, I wouldn't let my baby out of my sight. My first child, woo, my baby girl, I wouldn't let her out of my sight. Even though one day she had to spin away from me because I had to work my job. At the time, I had to go in overnight one time. Oh, you talking about a sad sister. Oh, I couldn't focus for nothing. My mama had to send me pictures, videos, text me, all that for me to get through that night because that's my baby. I have an attachment to this child. This is my responsibility. But that's off the subject again. When you learn to just be, when you learn to just love yourself, when you learn to just be in the moment, those fears disappear. They might come back just to test you. They might come back just to see how strong you got. They might come back just to see if you learned your lesson. But just learn to be in the moment. Just be. And this is the perfect moment. A lot of us are sitting at home because we can't go to work. Me, myself, I'm at home because I'm trying to start a business. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not trying to work for no job. But those of us who are at home who can't work, it's the perfect moment to just learn to be with yourself, to love yourself. Take a deep breath and just be. Just take a deep breath and just be. Know that you are worth it. Take that moment for yourself. You are loved way beyond what you know about love and what it really is. Sit with that for a moment. Embrace that. Just knowing that. And just be.